guys, Death Ray Cat channel here. We're going to do another random guitar lesson picked from the String Stars card set. You can get these from the link below. They're not a sponsor, I just thought it'd be a cool idea for a guitar lesson. You pick one from random. It could be Eddie Cochran, it could be Dwayne Eddy, it could be Ray Charles. Last time we had Rosco Gordon and we've had Wanda Jackson, so who's it going to be? Let's have a look. Okay, I'm going to split the deck, pick this one. Larry Williams. Excellent, let's have a look at Larry Williams. So, as I said last time, there's a little blurb on the back, so you get a little history lesson as well. Larry Williams was a hustler, a young ghetto kid from Los Angeles who saw rock and roll as a quick way to make a buck. Quickly, Williams had a string of memorable hits: Dizzy Miss Lizzie, Bad Boy, Bony Maronie, Short Fat Fanny. He may have been in it for a quick buck, but his songs became some of the most memorable R&B rockers of the 1950s. When numerous groups of the 60s covered his songs, from the Beatles to the Stones, Larry Williams' songs have been the classics and they stand the test of time. So I'm going to pick a tune by Larry Williams for you. Give me a minute. Right, we're going to go for Bony Maronie. I reckon I got the measure of this one. Let's just jump in. There's a little intro. Starts on the 5 chord, so we're doing the turnaround. Or the 5, 4 and 1. So let's start on the 13th fret. By the way, there's probably a bunch of different ways to do this, but this is how I would play it. And start on the 13th fret of the D string. Then we're going to go up to the 12th fret of the G, 2 hits on each. Then we're up to the 15th of the G. Then I'm going to go to the 13th of the B, and then back to the 15th of the G. So that little, it's a kind of classic rock and roll riff. Then we're going to bring it down 2 frets. Then when we get down to that, I'm hearing some octaves there, so starting on the 11th fret of the A string, then up to the 13th fret of the G, a couple of times, landing back on that A string, then we hear that last part of that riff. Starting on the 13th of the G, to the 11th, to the 10th, 13th of the D, back to the 10th of the G, and landing on that 13th fret on the D. So all together, that little bit. Then we go into the song. So yeah, while the verse part is being sung, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on, but I reckon he's staying on that chord, or maybe a single note, maybe doing the octave, but it's pretty low in the mix anyway because the vocal's taking the main stage. But after the first line, we've got that classic riff. There might be a little slide in it. So again, it's kind of similar to the Rosco Gordon tune we did last time. It's got that little rock and roll scale going on. So I'm going to start on the 11th fret of the A, then go to the 10th fret of the D, then to the 13th fret of the D, then the 10th fret of the G, up to the 13th fret of the G, and then there's a little slide up there, I think. Then we're going to play it again and come back down via the 11th fret, then to the 10th. Then we're going to go to the 13th fret on the D and back to the G on the 10, then finishing on the 13 on the D. So that's a little lick you'll hear after each line. Yeah, so we'll do that a couple of times, and then when we move up to the 4 chord, what we can do is move that entire thing up to the 14th fret. We're playing the exact same pattern up there, so that's why you could do it up there, or you can move it up one set of strings. It's not quite the same because the B string changes everything slightly, so that makes it a little more complicated. That's up to you. So then we go back to the A flat or G sharp. Then for that turnaround bit, we go into the 11th fret, doing this kind of, I'm going to take this major chord here. Starting on the 11th, it's just the top part of an E-shaped chord. And we're going to move that down 2 frets onto the 9th fret, and then back again, and back again. And then finally, yeah, I'd play the chord something like that. Like a little bar chord starting on the 11th fret, that's your A flat. Yeah, I'm going to keep it simple there. So you got the riff, I'm going to tab it out. If you want the tabs, I'll be in my Patreon. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.